Joe Burrow and the Bengals back in the building, starting preparations for Sunday's game against the Titans on a short week. The latest on Joe Burrow. We got to talk to a familiar face today. AJ McCarron's back and much, much more from Wednesday here at Paycor Stadium. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join the 38,000 plus that have subscribed. Thank you so much for doing so, Bengals fans. You are the best. And, well, the Bengals trying to even their record at 2-2. It's a familiar position and similar to what they were in last year, where they started the season 0-2. They beat the Jets, and then they had a short week and beat the Dolphins to get to 2-2. And their season really changed in a 4-day span. They have the chance to do the same this time around in a 6-day span, so a little more time, but they do have to travel for this game. They hit the road to play Tennessee in Nashville, as the Titans looking to get to 2-2 as well. And Joe Burrow watch continues. So let's get to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow talked on Wednesday about a bunch of topics. Here's the best of what he said. I'll have some thoughts on it afterwards, but from thoughts on his calf, which I'm sure he's sick of talking about his calf at this point, but it's clear it's something he plans on playing through. It's something that he thinks will improve over time. So here's really a mashup of the best stuff that Joe Burrow had to say on Wednesday.
How you feeling?
Feel good. Feel good. As good as you can on a short week, so we're ready to go.
Is this better than just having having a walkthrough today and not only having 2 full practices even on a short week? Is that maybe better than having the 3 practices?
Yeah. On a long week, I need as much practice as I can get, but on a short week, I think prioritizing getting healthy and getting your body right is more important. Good.
How big was that win mentally for y'all? As you get ready for this week to kind of enter this 1-2, at least with a win instead of 3 losses. I mean, what's that difference like? How do you feel about the edge when you're close to
Yeah, it was a big win. It was a big win. A lot of stuff to clean up, obviously, but it was good to get one on the board. Now we just got to be 1-0 this week.
Soreness-wise, how bad was yesterday versus the day after the Ravens game?
Yeah, yesterday, anytime you play a football game, you're going to be sore. So I was definitely sore yesterday, but I feel a lot better today.
Joe, I'm sure you don't want to use any injuries you have as an excuse for the offense. So beyond that, what is the next step for the offense to kind of get clicking again?
Yeah, we got to be better on all fronts. I thought O-line played really well on Monday, but I got to be better. Receivers got to be better. We got to be better as a unit. We got to be more cohesive. We got to be on the same page. We haven't quite hit our stride yet, but that's coming.
Is part of that just, like you said, just time together again, getting back into that rhythm?
Yeah, we'll get better each day, each and every day. Practices are big. That's where you build chemistry. That's where you build confidence. So tomorrow and Friday will be big.
You're obviously familiar with this Titans defense. You've faced them 3 years in a row now. What stands out about them and what's challenging about them?
Yeah, they play very well together. Their scheme is very sound. They know their scheme. Their D-line is very disruptive, big, strong guys. They're great against the run. It's going to be a challenge for us. It's going to be an AFC North kind of game. It always is against these guys.
With explosive plays being kind of what you guys have made your mark on the last couple of years, do you believe that you guys can still be as explosive as you've been and want to be with your cap limitations?
Yeah, of course. We confident in our abilities to make those plays. We got to start faster. We can't hurt ourselves. We got to put ourselves in better down and distances and enable us to make those plays. And we got to take those opportunities when they present themselves. We haven't taken those opportunities yet, so we're going to continue to grow and improve every day.
On Monday night, did you feel like you're moving like in Cincinnati?
I was definitely not moving like I normally do, that's for sure. But it's going to continue to get better, and I'll be able to move around more and more. It's feeling really good, so I'm hoping on Sunday I'll be able to do a little more of it.
You just said it's feeling better. Most things you read online say a calf strain can take up to 6 to 8 weeks to fully heal. You've already been through the first part of it sitting for 5 weeks. Are you under the impression, based off of the conversations you've had with trainers and medical staff, that it can still get healthy even if you're not able to get the 5 to 6 weeks of perceived needed rest for this calf strain?
Yeah, it'll get better each week. I don't have a setback. So it was big to get through Monday without having any setbacks. That means it'll be stronger this week. And if I get through this week without having any setbacks, it'll be stronger than next week. So all it does is, all you can do is rest it and take time. But I'm going to continue to play, continue to practice, It'll get stronger throughout the year.
Is there a noticeable difference in how it feels when you're playing or practicing on grass versus turf?
No, I wouldn't say there's a noticeable difference.
I think you've built relationships over the course of your career so far with veteran quarterbacks, you guys who've been doing it for a while. What did that kind of start and kind of why you kind of value the experience, whether it be this or anything else? You guys who've been in the league and you kind of go on your own journey.
Well, I always value the relationships that you build in this game. It takes a certain kind of person to get to this point and have success, and I think that's what we all have in common. And so when you get together, you can talk like you kind of know each other, even though you really don't, because everyone has respect for everybody that gets to this point. And the reason that I play the game is for the relationships in the locker room, and I love going up after the game, giving respect to people that make great plays, telling people they did a great job when I feel like they played well. That's one of my favorite parts of the game, and that's really why I play it.
That playoff win a couple of years ago in Nashville seemed at the time like, and even looking back, like a turning point for the team and the organization. Is there something about that night that'll always stick with you, that you'll always remember or think about?
I wouldn't call that a turning point. It was a big win for us, but I would say we expected to go in there and win. It was a big win for the franchise, big win for our team, big confidence booster going into the next game. But we expected to win it. I have all the confidence in the world in ourselves and still do. It was a fun night, that's for sure. That's what I'll remember.
Look, I think that Joe Burrow knows sort of the mountain that he faces, and he's going to take it week by week. And everything that we've really discussed over the past 4 or 5 days on this channel, it's his mindset. And you heard what he said there about Aaron Rodgers, picking Aaron Rodgers' brain, because Rodgers has gone through it. At least Jesse wrote about it, by the way, for allbengals.com last week. Aaron Rodgers has gone through calf strains, played through them during Packers playoff runs, and it's doable. It also sucks. And so I think Burrow was looking for guidance there. And we will see. I think one of the themes today, and I know we talked about it on Locked On Bengals, Paul Dehner Jr. wrote about it, expectations for this offense. I mean, coming into the season, if you watch this channel, I said, oh, man, they could average 30 points a game. Heck, in the interview with Ted Karras, I said, you guys have the chance to be the best offense in the league. And I still believe that. But should we temper expectations? And I think it's fair to. But the feeling in the building today is no, that their expectations are the same. Joe Burrow echoed that. Brian Callahan echoed that. Same thing with Zach Taylor. And so I think that's where they're at is, yeah, Joe isn't perfect. He's not 100%, physically. But he's getting better every single day, inch by inch. And we will see how much better he is this week. Now, the good news is, and I think this defense, the way they played on Monday night, you need that to continue. They played clearly their best ball of the season on Monday night. Can that continue against the Titans team that they've seen a ton of? I mentioned in Joe Burrow's press conference, they've played them 3 straight years. Sunday makes it 4 straight. They played him his rookie year. They played him 2 years ago in the divisional round. Last year they played him, and it kind of started their run or helped start their run. And then this coming Sunday, they will again. So 2 familiar opponents. One thing Burrow said that Taylor also said, AFC North, and I agree. This Titans team wants to be physical. They want to muck it up. They want to run the ball. They want to win in the trenches, and they're not going to throw it 50 times. And so we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, I think that Joe Burrow is in a good place. He rolled up to today's walkthrough in a golf cart with Jake Browning. And the walkthrough was at the indoor facility. So it's about a block and a half or so from Paycor Stadium. And most guys take the bus. A few privileged few get a golf cart. Certainly when you're the franchise, you can get a golf cart. It had nice rims on it too. And I don't know. I'm sure Joe probably bought that. But the point is he rolled up in the golf cart, would have been a full participant today. And I think that's a big step in the right direction. He discussed how important it was, as you heard, Thursday and Friday practices. We will be covering it wire to wire right here on CBT. And, of course, we'll be in Nashville covering the team. So who knows? Maybe we'll see you out and about before or after the game. That said, I think that the AJ McCarron return, I think a lot of people are excited about that. So make sure you check out the video. He talked for probably about 10 or 11 minutes. I got the first 7.5 minutes or so that he spent with reporters, and McCarron's back. I think he's gone through a lot since leaving in 2017, from bouncing around the league and trying to find a home to the ACL injury he suffered as a member of the Falcons in 2021. Last XFL season, which was earlier this year, balled out. AJ McCarron was the MVP of the league, and I don't think they had an official MVP, but he won it on multiple outlets that cover the XFL. So he was really, really good, played well, and I think that impressed the staff. Brian Callahan and Dan Pitcher both coached him. Pitcher here in Cincinnati when he was here, and then Brian Callahan as a member of the Raiders for a season. So the familiarity certainly helps, and so I think that you guys will certainly enjoy that interview, and you can check that out right here on CBT. So for Andrew Fox Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.